Hi Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it, and I hope that this reading resonates with you. It's going to be a reading for the mid-month of August, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it's just to check out your rising and your moon sign as well, okay? So we'll just get right into it. Scorpio, you have really great aspects this mid-month and towards next week until the end of the month. And the aspects are really great for furthering your career. So I think it's a good time to really focus in on what you want in terms of your passion. And I see you getting a lot of support. So some of you may be getting support from a boss or a coach or from your parents. And it's a great time to make plans and to decide where you want to go. So if some of you want to move to another city, to do another job, and it's a little stale what you're doing, this is such a great period in these next 2 weeks, just to really make those plans. And I see you being fairly spontaneous regarding this. You may be asked to juggle your time a bit. You may feel like, okay, you have to juggle between your family or between romantic partners and your job, but ultimately all it really takes is focus. And I think with the focus, you're going to be able to make changes and make the new beginnings that you really want and that you feel intuitively that you need to do. Try not to pack everything in so much so that by the end of the month you feel really overwhelmed. And, at the end of the day, I would just say to really think big and be positive. If you apply yourself in a focused way, you're going to be able to attract really good things around you. What a great 2 weeks in terms of social interactions. I think that's going to be a really great time for you. But also, if you can and you have the opportunities to get out there and to seize things that are coming your way, I think that you should do that this in the next 2 weeks. But just make sure that you're balancing your work and your life demands. You may be too focused on your goals and not really be able to balance that, to balance like your love life or maybe even just your health needs that you need to. But ultimately, I do think you're getting a lot of attention, and I think that the goals that you have been working on, there's like such a great chance of success with them. And all you have to remember is just to really think things through and just be careful. Don't get involved into the politics of things. Don't get involved in, if you are working, don't get involved in workplace politics or any kind of gossip or friend gossip. Don't get involved with that this month. You don't have time for it. In these next 2 weeks, you really don't have time for it. You're focused on your passions, you're focused on your goals, and you're focusing on bettering yourself, and you do not have time to get involved in petty things that are happening in your way. And I think if you are interested in someone, I think that this person is really interested in you, and this could also be vice versa, but you may be hesitant and you may be going back and forth on them, kind of being a little bit hot and cold because you're not sure what you want. I do think you're ultimately interested in them, but there may be other people involved in the picture, and you're concerned that this relationship with this person might distract you from your goals. But at the end of the day, just remember to balance them. Just remember to keep a healthy family and romantic and work-life balance, and not just to focus on one thing and to the point where you're neglecting others, because you do need that emotional support. It's also for those of you that are coupled, it's a really great time for you and your partner to spend time together in these next 2 weeks, and to really, if you're having some difficulties, just to really focus on the common values and the things that, you know, drew you together in the first place, the things that you have in common, and your ideas. And, you know, I think that a lot of you are choosing, because of your commitment and your focus, you're really choosing to move forward with what you want fairly quickly. And you're not, and for an emotional sign, I think you're choosing to just be really logical. So in terms of that romantic person that you might be interested in, I think that you're choosing to not be emotional over them and to kind of think logic. And for example, this person might be overseas, so they might be in a different city than you. They might not be close to you, and for that reason you think that it's impractical, and you've kind of chosen to use logic and to focus on other things and not to focus on that person. There may be changes that are coming your way. But ultimately, I think that you are comfortable with these changes and whatever is happening, because you are starting to find, because I actually think that you found your purpose and that you're really working towards it. And maybe you've been brokenhearted in the past, and fairly recently, and I think that you've just chosen to focus on work for now as a distraction. But at the end of the day, for those of you that were brokenhearted, I think that you're also choosing to forgive that person and to forgive yourself for whatever has happened before. And as a result, you're able to move forward and to open yourself up and to open your energy towards somebody new. I see Scorpio for you. I see, like, this is so amazing. Your determination and your self-control are amazing. You know, and this kind of focus that you are putting in, you're going to have a terrific chance of success, and you're going to have career advancement, and at the end of the day, you're going to be acknowledged by others for your success, and you're going to, I think you're choosing in mid-month of August and towards the end of August, you're choosing to focus on things that are serving you and your passion that is fulfilling you, and you're choosing to not allow emotion to take control. And as a result, you know, I do think that if you've had to let somebody go, or if you're interested in somebody and you can't seem to find a balance between dating them and like focusing on your work, I do see that you're being very forgiving towards yourself and towards them if someone has wronged you from the past, which is fantastic because you're able to move forward at the end of the day. I don't see a lot in terms of mid-month for you. For you in terms of necessarily finding someone new, because I just think you're too focused on your goals, and you're thinking big and you're thinking positive, and just don't get involved with any of the politics. Don't get involved if someone comes back into your life with negativity. Don't allow that to deter you. Don't get distracted by people coming your way, maybe because you're lonely and you may feel like you want company, but don't allow these people and these things to distract you from your ultimate goal, which I don't see you doing. I see you having a lot of determination, and as a result that you will be successful in terms of whatever that you want. And again, if you are coupled, you may be turning over a new leaf in mid-August to late August. You may feel like some of you may be moving towards something very quickly. So you may have a significant other and you're really moving towards something serious with them. and it may result into having a new life, which could be very positive for you because it ends with a Chariot. So you may, you know, have decided to move in with somebody or to get engaged with somebody or just to really take that next step, and it's going to turn out positively for you if that's the case. But ultimately, if you're not ready to make that step, what a great time it is for you to just to spend time with your partner and to focus on and maybe do something that you had in common or an interest that you had in common when you first met. But there are new beginnings. So at the same time, if you are single, I mean, I do see this month being very career oriented for you or passion oriented. But if you are single, it seems like you're kind of moving away and choosing to let go of some of the negative emotion that you've had, and there are changes and there is possibility of a new life. You know, if you're able to forgive and move forward, there may be some new beginnings that are coming with a really positive outcome for you. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you met someone through focusing on your passion this month. You know, and for those of you that are separated from someone that you are very interested in, I do see you reconciling, maybe not this week or the week after, but I do see it happening further on when both of you are a little more ready to commit to each other in a serious way. So Scorpio, what a fantastic next 2 weeks for you. Use this energy, don't waste it. Use this energy, be positive, and take any opportunity that you have. And remember, you can attract great things into your life. And you're going to be getting attention, and you're going to be working on goals. And those goals will lead to something positive. Your hard work will not go unnoticed, and you will get recognition. So I really hope that this resonated with you, Scorpio. If it didn't, I suggest to check out your rising and your moon sign, or even just check out next month in September. And if it did, I really hope that you can like and subscribe. That would be amazing, and I will see you again in September. Take care.